All right, YouTube, we're back. It's Dominick Izzo out here at the Izzo Warrior Academy in Chicago, and I want to do a follow-up per your request to the video that I just released just about a week ago, which was the world's fastest handgun disarm police edition. Understand, if you haven't seen it first, go back and check it out, the world's fastest handgun disarm police edition. It had to deal with the liability, the reality, the human aspect, and not the flash, education, entertainment value that we have online. Right? I will do a little bit of a disclaimer. My last video got a comment. He was gracious enough to comment by Victor Marks, who does have the most superb world's fastest handgun disarm. 20, 30 years in martial arts. He's a great, great man who I admire, a great leader. He works for some great causes out there. And he commented, and my video was not geared to you, was not focused to you. I think your stuff is fantastic. It was geared towards people who have zero liability and legal aspect or education, law enforcement training, and then go online and tell you you can just take a gun out of somebody's hands and then give them a lead sandwich. You can't do that. I don't endorse anybody who comes online when it comes down to any kind of particular violence training and then talks about street application without knowing what the law can do for you or against you. That said, let's talk about the Wing Chun aspect of the technique that I broke down because you guys wanted to see it. It's cut and dry and it's simple. And we're going to use Dan today to help out. All right, so this is what we saw, right? We saw the aspects of a single handheld, and Dan's got the finger out of the trigger, and it's off the side, because when you do disarms, when we train with a grip like this so you don't break your own finger off, okay? I really appreciate and respect the fact that when everybody comments, well, what about this, and what about this, and what about this, there's infinite variables that can happen. What about somebody taller with a longer reach? Shorter with a shorter reach? Somebody who has a knife in their other hand, somebody who's got a death grip with two hands on the pistol, somebody who is willing to get the pistol thrown away because it's not even loaded in the first place. This is just the Wing Chun delivery that my body, my training experience, my exposure to Wing Chun said I needed to do. When you look at a pistol, which is less dangerous in my opinion than a knife is dangerous from any angle whatsoever. The pistol is only dangerous from where that barrel is pointed. Very simple concept. You got to get it offline. And if you move it that much, the shot is a missed shot. It's very simple. But we want to be a little bit more aware of the pistol in relationship to the body. Now, keep in mind, when we do any type of weapon training in Wing Chun, or any training for that fact, you have to look at the weapon itself. This is not the threat. That's the threat. This threat is controlled by this hand. This hand is controlled by that arm is controlled by that man. We don't attack this, we attack the man. Attack the attack. Okay? Something to think about, a Wing Chun concept. We have an inside gate in Wing Chun and an outside gate in Wing Chun. Anything inside of the arms, which is where my Wing Chun lives, is the inside gate. Anything on the outside is the outside gate. Some Wing Chun schools talk about the blind side. I think it's a very irresponsible training method, but that's just my concept because I'm a shorter 5'7" man who cannot get to a blind side based off an inside to crawl up the arms to get to an attack. But if by some chance that's where my body tells me to go, I have to take it. Let's look at the outside first. To get to a delivery of Wing Chun, we have two concepts, right? You have your straight line. You have variation off the straight line, and then get to the straight line. In Wing Chun, outside of kicks, I won't use my longest weapon to get to my closest target, which would be my front kick to him. I'm going to use whatever comes out of my wrist, fist, palm strike, pisiform bone, fingers, anything out of my elbow, wrist, elbow. Those are the four weapons I want to concentrate on. For the sake of the Wing Chun simplification, in tactical application, the fastest disarm, based on the fact of a man who's relatively my side, would simply be to punch. Your turning punch. That's the world's fastest handgun disarm when it comes to a Wing Chun technique. Here, you're right there. I'm offline, I cover just in case, and I hit there. By then, that's going to sit there and jar him up. But any attack there, you follow up with. Very simple. It's simple. Wing Chun is fast, effective, and devastating. So again, you're here. I turn and I strike. Fingers to the eyes. Well, there's infinite variables when it comes down to fingers to the eyes. I hit the forehead. I hit any part of his bones. I don't condition my fingers. I'm going to break my fingers. I'm trying to blow through this as fast as possible to give you guys as much information as possible. The inside gate, which is what my body chose to do, was I got offline. I got that weapon offline, and then I continued my body into an attack. So I was here, was put here, I came in. Here, and I came in. In Wing Chun, we never chase anything out to the side. And if you study the pak sao does not go past where your shoulder meets your pec. If you chase something out to the side all the way out there, you're looking at somebody who has your whole body, who knows what they're doing to close that distance. So if I wind up veering you offline and you come in with a bear hug or whatever right from that, I give him this. The beauty about Wing Chun is understanding 1, 2, 3, 4 points of your weaponry and angles. I clear that offline, this has to be ready to attack right again. But everything is accompanied by my movement. Based on reach, I can't get to him, my body will get to him. Okay? Footwork in Wing Chun is essential. All I did, clear and hit. It's up here, clear and hit. Clear and hit. And everything else was followed up. That's all I did. One of the other things I like to do is if I clear here, I like to come up and come down carotid artery hit, pull them in. This is no longer a threat. The threat is gone. The man is the issue. Okay? So the technique I did was I cleared and hit, and then I fired with whatever else my body told me to come up in. All these movements inside of those arms. You're taking away the threat, which is the man, not the gun. Anything else in Wing Chun, if you do, if you clear, you can use an insurance policy, like your Wu Sao, your Tan Sao. If you start with a bong, okay, for all you Wing Chun people out there, and you bong Sao that offline, you're not affecting anything else, because I'm still all the way back here in my personal training space, and the man is unaffected. Then I have to go to 3, 4, 5 movements. So, one movement. Keep that in mind. So for your new people who have no exposure to Wing Chun and have only gone online and seen it and said this is crap, it will never work in any application, yes. Based on the way the Wing Chun is taught, no. Based on the way the Wing Chun is conceptualized and constructed, it works every time no matter what. So again, you look at single arm, standard position handgun, held up to my head, not held down here, you know, not canted to the side or whatever. It's still really, that changes everything. So look at the dynamics. If I wind up, I still popped off the side, but he's got a different angle to his arm. Let's just say he's skilled 7 ways from Sunday. We talk about pressure on the wrist brings up the elbow. If I clear this and his arm's bent and he steps in with an elbow, now we're talking about a fight. So why would I attack what isn't relevant? The man is. If I clear that offside, I have to attack something else right away. Clear it offside, I have to attack something else and negate that right away. I don't want to get too long-winded about this because this was meant to be simple in application. Attack the attack. It's up there, boom, and attack right in. Clear it offline. Here, boom, clear it offline. Even if I have to do a technique, clear it offline and come in. That's it. That's all. The concept of Wing Chun has to be fast, effective, and devastating. It's fast by closest target, not by body speed. Effective based on the practicality, and devastated based on your intent. Okay? That's all I got. For more information, I really invite you guys to go to officerdominickizzo.com. Get involved on the Citizens Police Academy we have coming up. We're going to bring to this channel. All of your help and support is greatly appreciated. I'll see you guys in the next video.